But for now, Rob, we got an interesting, and we've talked about Tom Brady, and Marcellus Wiley didn't mince any words about it either. Rob, this morning or this afternoon on First Things First, we had Nick Mangold, the former Jets Pro Bowl center, and he was saying that when Brady was berating the teammates, the linemen, that now he said he said it wasn't cool to him. And I was like, okay, is that because of the way Brady's been acting as far as the 11-day hiatus, the wedding? Yeah. Or is that just in general? He said more because of what he's been doing this year, the other stuff. And so, Rob, I mean, it seems like more of the former players that we talk to, more of them are like, dude, Brady's not setting a good tone. And you and I I think we were some of the first to say that. And it's just not a good example.
Right. It had nothing to do with his resume, Chris, and everything he's done. He's the quarterback. He sets the tone, and it's hard for people to see him do some stuff and not go like, really? You know what I mean? Like that's it. It's not like, oh, well, okay, he won Super Bowl, so forget it. They're like, he missed training camp. Now he's doing this. He didn't fly with us to the road game. Like that. None of that stuff feels good, and you just couldn't imagine that Brady doing that in New England. I'm sorry. I don't care under any circumstance.
I think dudes would be fine if he misses some practices, but you're there. You're throwing on the side, maybe with some because they understand, okay, he's 45. You can still
be there, not be away from the team. Right.
Right. You can still be engaged and be a part of the team. It really does feel like, Rob, and we get it. He's the GOAT. He is bigger than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But this is a team sport. And even though your persona has become so big, you can't do anything and never could do anything without your team. And in football, all these guys know that. And so he still has to be a part of that team. And Rob, it is beginning to feel like he is a little distant from the team. Like he is, whether it's him, it does feel like his doing, but that he is, above it. And I think, Rob, he gets a lot of players. Some players in the league look at it like that. And some the officials.
There's
when he got that call a couple weeks ago on the roughing the passer, that was ridiculous. But that was because it was Tom Brady.
It was the Chris. He has he has some cachet still from the winning, but there are people looking around, and I'm sure a lot of people won't say anything because they don't want to be like on the record ripping Tom Brady. But there's some, and I'm sure some coach and whatnot, who are raising eyebrows going, wow.
Absolutely.
What? Brady didn't travel with the team? Like, we're there now? And then it all still boils down to Todd Bowles. Like it affects him, Chris, and how people view him, what kind of handle he has on the team, respect level. It's not good. And I'm not saying you want Todd Bowles to be like, trashing Brady or going off or whatever, but you got to be able to hold a semblance of respect for the other guys. And I think
I'm not making an excuse for Todd Bowles because I don't know. It's hard for me to say I would do it like he is right now, but I will admit, and I want to see if you agree with me, he's in a tough position because of Brady's stature. And if he were to come out and be critical, he could be gone.
Ask Bruce Arians. I'm just saying.
Right. I mean, we
know that,
we
Chris.
don't know exactly what happened,
but
we know
that has something to do with it. It felt like it.
Well, when you're meeting with the owners and discussing with them whether you're coming back, right? He didn't talk to Arians first. He talked to the owners. So they're Arians and Bowles' boss. So he can go above your head and, who knows what he could do. But it's a tough position. But, Rob, we kind of got an example of what you and I were saying that this is Brady's behavior has undermined his own authority and his own ability to lead the team, and also Todd Bowles's. And the proof was in the pudding this morning when Bowles was asked if he's going to go get some advice on fixing the offense from Bruce Arians. Here it is, the exchange.
This is my team, not Bruce's team, but we talk all the time. But you don't jumpstart by asking a former coach what to do. We have our own things to deal with, and we understand that. We've been with Bruce long enough to know what he wants, but they've been with me long enough to know what I want. So we're working towards that, and we'll get through it.
Chris, a disrespectful question. I'm sorry. What?
Right.
You're asking me? He's a better man than me. Bruce Arians isn't the coach here anymore.
Very nice about
he
that.
was nice.
Right.
And don't you dare ask me a question about Bruce Arians. He was the coach here. They won a Super Bowl, but he's no longer the coach. I'm not going to Bruce. I'm going to do what I want to do and get this thing straightened out. That's why they hired me. Okay? Let's get that clear. Don't you ask me about Bruce Arians. I mean, like, hey.
I probably would have said it like this.
What would you
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I probably would have been like, look, Bruce is a part of our organization. He obviously had great success with us. We've all shared in it. And, we talk about a lot of things. Bruce is obviously still involved, but this is my team. Right. I make the decisions. I'll determine how we run the offense, the defense, what have you. And Bruce is doing his job, but I'm doing mine. He has nothing to do with this. Like that type of, it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been a little on edge just from the standpoint that when you
it is a disrespectful question.
I talked to Bruce about fixing what?
Right. Like, why? I mean, you could have thrown it back at the reporter. Like, why? Why should I go to Bruce?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know
if you really want to jump bad, you could be like, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not because I was on the staff, we changed Bruce's offense.
We sure did, right.
When Tom Brady was here, we ran that for half the year, and then Tom Brady and Byron Leftwich changed it.
So
why would I go to Bruce?
Exactly. There you go. You could have used that.
You could have, yeah.
And that would have been fun. And yeah, I think it's. But I think, I don't know, Chris. Do they feel comfortable with asking Todd Bowles that because of the way Tom Brady and camp has been run? You know what I mean? And all that.
No,
I don't
think
know.
You're right. I think that you are. I think that's a great point. I mean, I don't know for sure, but Rob, it's created a sense that Todd Bowles isn't really fully in charge.
Right.
Right. It just has. And I do think you're right that this is what stems from people feeling like you're not fully in charge.
Right. And other people can do whatever they want there. And Tom Brady has carte blanche. And Bruce Arians is on the sideline, a former coach. No.
Right.
They said they didn't have a seat for him. Go sit in a suite, in the owner's suite. Chris, the stadium's 60,000. They don't have a seat for Bruce Arians.
Right. That was odd seeing him on the sideline.
Nah, he shouldn't have been down there. And if I was Todd Bowles and I got an inkling that he was there, I would have been like, dude, come on, what is this? You're still with the team and the organization. It would be like the general manager, Chris, of the Lakers saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to sit on the bench next to Darvin Ham. What?
No,
what?
you're right.
No, you're not.
Well, and remember, and look, I don't have a problem with Arians still being in. Some people might.
No, if he's in the organization, if they might have owed him years, money, Chris, he wants something to do. He won a championship. He didn't go there like who was the
right? I'm guessing.
You know
Rob,
what I mean?
He ain't doing too much. I might be wrong, but I'm guessing
he might be
really
moving a couple of paper clips around, counting pens. Right. You know what I mean? To keep busy.
He's get chill, hang with the team, travel. Have
eating
some
the
fun.
commissary. You know what I mean?
Right. But remember, Brad Stevens in Boston. And I might be mistaken, but I don't remember, even when they were struggling, Rob G, maybe if something came out, let me know. Do you remember, Rob, like did people asking Ime Udoka, about Brad Stevens or anything like that? I mean, maybe they did.
That I never heard that. Like asking
I don't
about,
remember hearing that.
Right. About and it's a different question if you say to yourself or you ask him and say, if it's a general question about, hey, Bruce Arians is around, how much do you talk to him? And start it from there, Chris. Oh no, I talk to him every day. We go over the offense and deep, or whatever. We have conversations. Okay, that's an opening. You see what I'm saying? Like if I would have asked that question first, and he says, "Yeah, I talk to him a lot. This guy's a great offensive mind, so I'm always sharing ideas with him." Okay, now, Chris, that's a legit question to say. Have you talked to him about this offense? There you go.
Right. No, good point. Good point. But they just went straight to the gusto.
Right.
Right. To the fastball. And again, I do think there's something to be said. And Rob, hopefully, but who knows? Hopefully his players aren't looking at him like that, but it would seem that some would be. Let's just keep it real. Right. If they think you're not the full authority figure, then, they're going to take advantage.
No doubt.
And so that's maybe some of the repercussions of Tom Brady's insubordinates, or at least what we would call maybe insubordinates. They're allowing him to do it, but taking advantage of it.